What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, aka vypermajik, and I wanted to give you my impressions on Bloodborne. A little bit of history on myself with this franchise. Obviously, Bloodborne is a brand new game, but it comes to us from the game company From Software, which forces you to really make a long sentence instead of saying it comes from Software. You have to kind of stagger it around, but that's okay. The name is a little odd, but their games are anything but. I didn't get a chance to play Demon's Souls, and I do regret that, and I'm hoping for a next-gen port. If not, I'll have to dust off my PlayStation 3 to go play it at some point. But between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, I've logged over 350 hours into this franchise, and I gotta say, it's amazing. They're some of my favorite games of all time, not just in terms of storytelling, and you can see other videos I've done about that and other blog posts I've done about that. The storytelling is great in of itself, but the ambience that just in the hopelessness that Dark Souls encapsulates and the level design and the enemies is just incredible. And thankfully, the guys have not missed a beat on Bloodborne. Yes, it takes place in a totally different world, a totally different idea, but it's very clear that this world that we're exploring, this town that we're going through, is really screwed up. And I think first and foremost, you have to look at the layers that go into this game. Your guy, for example, is a hunter. That is his profession. And hunters hunt. No duh. But what does that mean in terms of the game? That means combat, no shield. That means get in there and hunt. That means be aggressive, get in their face, pull out your blunderbuss, pull out your weapon, and go to war with these guys. And there are a lot of enemies, and they keep coming, and it's great. Yes, it's a stamina generation system, just like its predecessors. Yes, you can still leave notes and summon others, and you use your blood echoes or souls, whatever they want to call them now, to level up your character and repair your gear and buy new stuff. And when you die, you still have to go find them. Sometimes they've been picked up by another enemy. Sometimes they're laying right where you left them. Those systems are still in place. But it's the combat that just really elevates this game to another level, and how tight and crisp the combat is. And if you die to a boss, and you will die. And if you die to an NPC enemy, and you will die. It's not anyone's fault but your own. The game gives you all the tools that you need in order to succeed. The way you roll, the way you shoot, the way you time your blunderbuss to interrupt an enemy attack, and go off for an amazing counter-strike, it's all here. It's up to you to kind of figure it out. And if you go in swords a-blazing and guns a-blazing and wailing, you'll do okay initially, but you're just going to get overwhelmed, and you're going to have to play it a little bit smarter. So there is a tactical element to this game as well, and I really do like that. I think that, I'm looking at what Metacritic's saying. It's sitting at a 93 right now. I think this is our game of the year. I really do. Yeah, it's only March. We haven't even had E3 yet. There might be other stuff coming out. But I'll tell you what, this game is incredible. And I hope it translates well to YouTube. I use Share Factory to record my videos. Then I put it on a USB key. I bring it downstairs. I put it on Movie Maker. I make a movie. I record my voiceover. And then I upload it. I'm sure through all that, something is lost, but this game is gorgeous. The reflections on the puddles, the way your character walks and the way his cloak moves, the way that NPCs and enemies react to combat, the way the blood sprays on the street and on your uniform, it's all just so well thought out. And I really appreciate the attention to detail and that kind of stuff. It really sets a great world. The background noise and the ambience, the moaning and the hearing the people behind closed doors either celebrating or screaming for their life, I'm not sure which one yet, really sets the pace, and it's a very bleak world. And very similar to what Dark Souls was able to accomplish, this game accomplishes, but in more of a modern era. Here there's things in the background, there's wagons, there's horses and buildings and stuff that we understand. And although we're not really clear on when the time frame is yet, this is definitely a world we can relate to. And Obviously, there's not chained caskets in the middle of the streets and people burning effigies and that sort of thing. But it's something that you can relate to. And if the world went to hell and it was around this era, which might be the 1800s, I don't know. This is probably what it looked like. And you're fighting your way through waves of people that are humanoid but not human anymore. And it sets such an amazing narrative. Now, unfortunately, I have to say that this game doesn't seem to have the robust narrative that Dark Souls did. And the item discovery and the lore hidden behind the game is probably not going to be as deep. It's a lot more transparent. They actually assign you kind of quests. You know, like, will you take this quest instead of just NPCs talking to you and you kind of figuring things out? But it's obviously a different take on a game. I guess that's why it's not called Dark Souls 3. So not every element carries over. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were discussing whether or not I'd be burnt out by the time Bloodborne came out. And I can tell you I'm not, because I just finished Dark Souls 2. And as I said, I put 350 hours into 2 games over the course of about 2 years. So I could say I've pretty much had a From Software game in my life for a while now. But overall, this game is just incredible. And the reviewers do a much better job than I do of giving you all the nitnoids and all the little, pieces that go into why. But the combat is just stellar. The ambiance is stellar. The boss battles are insane. I just cleared my second boss last night, and wow, the level of detail that goes into these guys and how hideous and horrendous they look. I mean, this is what Resident Evil should be. But this is coming to us from a game company that, you never really think of these games as like horror games. I mean, I'm not jumping in my boots like I did when I was playing PT, for example, and I'm playing with the lights off and all that stuff. But boy, what a creepy world. And man, you really feel for this hunter guy just walking through this. I mean, just bathing in their blood. They could call this game Bloodbath. I mean, when I fought that first boss, I was coated in stuff. Jeez. I mean, it's just surreal. I mean, and the attention to the detail and the physics that go into it and the modeling, it's just incredible. I can't say enough good things about this game, and I really just got to give my hand, See, I'm getting choked up. I'm not getting choked up. I'm just stuttering like an idiot. I really tip my hat to the guys from Software for making such an amazing game, because this is really a good one. And this is a system seller. This isn't like a, that'd be fun to play later on. This is a game that I think people deserve to play, and they owe themselves to play. And to me, I think Halo 5 is going to be the Xbox One system seller. I think Bloodborne is probably the first real system seller. I know I've said in the past that Second Son I thought was a pretty good game, and I think it was gorgeous. But I wouldn't say that it was the sole reason I needed to go out and buy a PlayStation 4. I think this game is. And I think that fans of the Souls series who saw this, who sided on the Xbox camp, are probably really upset right now. I don't know why From went back to an exclusive deal with PlayStation. I heard rumors that it may come to PC. I hope it does. I don't know what the exclusivity deal is, if it's a timed exclusive or not. That's not clear to me. I don't really follow that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you what, if I was an Xbox guy and this game was out, I would sell my Xbox to get a PlayStation. It's really a lot of fun. So I'm going to be doing a lot more videos about these. I'm late to the punch on this. I know a lot of the reviews are already up, and a lot of people are already finding glitches and probably beating the game by now, and I'm still in the damn first zone kiting back enemies horribly, by the way. But this is a game that I'm going to be talking about quite a lot, and I'm going to be focusing on future videos on certain elements that I think really deserve a lot more attention. And yeah. So anyways, just want to thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think my gushing is well-deserved, or if you think this is just another run-of-the-mill. Is this just a cash-in? Is this like the Assassin's Creed Unity of From Software? Or do you think it's something a little more special? Obviously, I think the game has a lot of legs. I've only been playing it now for 2 days, but I see no sign of me quitting. I know a lot of people who reviewed the game haven't even beat it, some 50 hours in, and considering I'm about 18 hours in and I'm still, at the time of this recording, walking up and down these very streets, working on my level is a testament to how deep this game is. Anyways, thanks for watching, and until then, I and my bloody ass hunter will see you guys on the other side.